Man, Dan, today I got up kind of late.
Yep.
You know, we don't have much time to record this.
Yep.
I don't really feel like playing Magic today, you know? My head kind of hurts. I think instead of Magic, we're going to be playing Glass Cannon Mono Red.
Glass Cannon Mono Red, alright.
Yes, the deck that embodies the coin-flipping nature of Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
Alright, let's just go ahead and sort this by converted mana costs and start going through this bad boy.
Okay.
This monster of a deck.
Sure.
This deck that just embodies everything I hate about Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
It has 16 mountains, you know, hence its nature of being mono red.
Right.
As well as 4 Gitaxian Pro. I get to pay 2 life or 1 blue mana to look at target player's hand, and I draw a card.
Okay.
You also have 4 of Assault Strobe. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn for 1 mana. We have 3 Faithless Looting. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, flashback of 3. We won't be flashing this back too often, unfortunately. We also have... Oh,
That's still Faithless.
Sorry. We have 4 Rite of Flame, 1 red mana, add 2 red mana to my mana pool, then add 1 additional red for each copy of Rite of Flame in my graveyard.
Okay.
Going forward, we have 4 Mutagenic Growth, pay 2 life or 1 green, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Go to the 2-drop slot, we have 2 Apostle's Blessing. I can pay 1 mana of any color and 2 life or white mana, and target artifact or creature I control gains protection from artifacts or from the color of your choice until end of turn.
Okay.
We have 4 Kiln Fiend. It's 1/2 for 2, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Kiln Fiend gets +3/+0 until end of turn. And what that means, this guy can get really huge really quickly, and the goal is to put double strike on him to kill your opponent on turn 2. And if that doesn't work out, you scoop.
Alright.
You also have 4 copies of Temur Battle Rage, essentially a better version of Assault Strobe, because if the creature I target has power 4 or greater, it gets trampled as well. So, it gives a little bit of evasion in a deck that otherwise wouldn't have any.
Sure.
We also have 4 copies of Manamorphose, just a little cantrip that is essentially free. It costs 1 general mana and 1 red or green mana. I get to add 2 mana of any combination of colors to my mana pool when I draw a card. We also have 4 copies of Immolating Soul Eater, a worse version of Soul Fiend, but it can still win on turn 2.
Okay.
If I stick double strike on this guy and pay 18 life, I can swing in on turn 2 for 20 damage.
Yeah.
We also have 4 copies of Simian Spirit Guide. I get to exile this guy from my hand, and I can add a red to my mana pool, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
We also have 3 copies of Fire Blast, a little bit of extra reach. I can sacrifice 2 mountains rather than pay its mana cost. It deals 4 damage to target creature or player. And that is the main deck. I do not really, I'm going to be honest here, I don't really have all the cards necessary to make this deck, you know, quote-unquote complete. What it's missing is Lotus Petal, 0 mana cost artifact, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool.
Sure.
But those cards are like $4 a piece.
Yeah.
And I think the difference it would make in this deck is marginal at best.
Yeah.
So I just decided to go without them.
Sure.
But if you were building this deck, you can take out 4 mountains and stick in 4 Lotus Petals.
They're basically mountains.
Essentially so, yeah. Moving to the sideboard, we have 2 extra Apostle's Blessings for any deck that might run Lightning Bolt, etc., or targeted removal. We also have 4 copies of Gutshot. Come in against anybody who wants to run like little creatures to block your guy on turn 2.
Right.
We also have 4 Crowan Crusaders. Not really necessary, but against decks that run like Diabolic Edict or whatever, you can use this guy to make some 1/1s and hopefully not lose your cool guy to a sack effect. We also have 3 Pyroblast. Counter target spell if it's blue, destroy target permanent if it's blue. We also have 2 Flaring Pain. Damage can't be prevented this turn for 1 red, 1 general, and flashback of 1 red. So that was the deck, if you want to really call it that.
Sure.
If you want to complete this deck, like I said, buy the 4 Lotus Petals, take out 2 Crowan Crusaders, add 1 extra Fire Blast, and 1 extra Flaring Pain. And that's how I would build it if I was just made of money. But
sure.
Frankly, I'm not.
No.
Alright, Dan, what do you think of Glass Cannon Red?
I feel like we're either going to win or we're going to lose.
That's true. Coin flipping simulator. Alright, we'll see you for matches.